Hello everybody, my name is RickyG and welcome back to the Undertale tutorial series. So in the last video we made a basic menu and we started on the overworld. And I know I said by now we'd be focusing on saving and text boxes. I've actually just made an Undertale battle system engine for GameMaker that you can actually download right now. There's a link in the description. So you can download the engine and you can mess around with it and make your own battles. So in this video I'm just going to be making a fight basically, so that you can just see how it works. And so this is the custom battle. So this game has two rooms, well three. There's the room battle. This is for like random encounters, so that every time this room starts there's a different monster. But for custom battle, it's a set monster every single time, so you'd use this for stuff like boss fights, so that every time you go to that room it's the same monster. So we're actually going to want to copy this because you'd want a different room for every set monster. So we're going to call this room Blob Fight. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right click on this object, which is object set monster, go to the creation code, and you'll see a bunch of variables. So you're going to need to change these so that they match with your monster. So let's start with the monster name. So let's name him Blobby. There we go, Blobu. I've already made a sprite for him. That's not it. I put no effort into it whatsoever. There he is, Blob. So we're just gonna put the sprite to sprite Blob. And we're gonna keep his HP to like 50. So you're gonna want to change it to that. And his attacks. In this engine I use scripts for attacks, so you'd see here there's a bunch of folders for attacks. I'm just going to be sticking with, I think I might just use the ones I used for the example RickyG battle, which are just like for friendliness pellets basically. So I'm just going to keep that the same. So here are the act options. So you'd have check, and then you'd have these other two when you go into the act menu. So this first one we're going to call say hi. And then for this one, we're going to threaten it. So there we go. So this is the checking, basically. So this is what would show up when you click check. So it would be Blobby. Attack 4, defense 4, why not? And then its description would be, it's just a blob. And we'll change that. There we go. So this is the second act option, so this would be for say hi. So let's type in, you say hi to Blobby. He says hi back. There we go. And then for the third one, which would be threaten, you threaten Blobby. He's scared now. There we go. So these right here, so for these act options, let's say this would be threaten instead. Then we want this to be 1, and you'd want this to be 0. So what this means, bad 2 and spare 2, one has to be 1, and then the other one would have to be 0. So let's pretend that this is like a bad thing, like we're threatening it or something. This would have to be 1 because it's a bad thing, and we don't want it to be spared yet because we just said something mean to it. But we're going to set that back. And since this is actually the threatening one, we're going to change bad 3 to 1 and this to 0 because we want it to be a bad thing and, you know, not spare it or anything. So it gets like scared and things like that. So that's all you would need for this. Then you're going to want to right click on this one and creation code. So this would be the flavor text. This is what it would say at the start of the battle. Blobby comes forth. No, just Blobby appears, I guess. There we go. So now with that, if we were to launch the game, our battle would actually be done. Since, well, you'd probably have to make your own attacks and things like that, but I just, for the sake of time, I didn't bother. So there we go. When it launches, Blobby appears. There we go. So we can act, and then you see it would say his name. Also says his name there, and we can't spare yet. So if we were to threaten him, we threaten Blobby. He's scared now, and then he attacks. So you just have to dodge these attacks. There we go. So you can check him. Blobby, attack 4, defense 4. It's just a blob. There we go. Now let's be nice to him. Let's say hi. You say hi to Blobby. He says hi back. There we go. And now his name is Yellow. So we can spare him. There we go. And now let's just restart the room. Now let's fight him. So, you do lose health, by the way. Let me actually just show you. So there we go. Let's hit him. And we can lose health. There we go. And he dies. So yeah, we made a fight in just about almost just 7 minutes, really. I mean, you will have to make your own attacks, and that might take longer, but that was pretty quick, honestly, so yeah. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. Once again, the link to this engine is in the description. There are comments throughout the code that will tell you what it's doing. So like, for example, if we went here, this would basically just tell you a bunch of things about it, like what it's doing, what it's for. It might still be a bit confusing, so if you do have questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can ask in the comments of this video or the comments of the Game Jolt page. I'll read it and then I'll probably answer it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!